For whatever reason, the lighting ain't working with me. So here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Cassandra here, and if you're new, I post videos on food and lifestyle, a lot of skincare these days, just about anything that takes my fancy, and it's gonna be like one of those really chatty videos. And I typically don't like doing like year in review videos because I don't have that much going on in my life for me to do a year in review video. But this year, as a form of my self-care, I am going to be a little bit more expressive when it comes to my life and what's going on in my life, because I figured, you know, you guys need to know a little bit more about me. My channel is growing. It's still pretty small, but like there's just a lot of things I wanted to get out there, and I figured filming a video talking about it, that way I could review it at the end of this year, will have my, you know, I guess, put stuff into perspective. So I hope you guys all had a wonderful New Year's. I put the S on the damn year. I hope you guys all had a happy new year. A wonderful celebratory 2020 roll in. For 2019, I just wanted to say bye Ashy, because this was just one of those years. Here we go again. I'm an immigrant, so blame all the immigrant for putting the S on years. Anyways, 2019 was just one of those years that like, it was just kind of happening to me, and I just felt like, you know, when you're at the beach, or you're in water in your pool and you're just drifting. That was what 2019 felt like for me. I felt like I didn't have a firm grip on anything, and I was just literally just drifting away. And that was why I wanted to do this video, that way I could review it at the end of this year and see how far I've come, because it's so corny and everybody's been using this term like having 2020 vision, but really it's so true for me. I started the beginning of 2019 losing my job. I did a video on that. You guys could go back and watch it. I've since found another job, obviously, but this all of last year was just like I literally was just letting go and just drifting like with the wind. So the beginning of 2019, I didn't have my job. I had to move. It was just a lot for me, and I think I partially kind of shut down. That whole experience for me just made me really just shut down. I'm one of those people who I don't deal with stress well. Whenever I am stressed out, I shut down. I will just be in my room by myself, just living, really. I'm sorry if the lighting looks really bad. I need to get a ring light, and I will be doing that. And the reason why I look like this is because I'm about to go outside, and I just didn't want to glam up for the camera. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. So yeah, the beginning of 2019, like, I lost my job. I had to move out of my house. Well, it was my dad's house, so the house got sold and I had to find another apartment. Rent in New York, by the way, is extremely expensive, extremely expensive. I moved into this apartment, which really kind of looks just like my old room, and I'm so thankful that I was able to find a space that was like spacious enough to hold my furniture and everything, because that was one of the things when I told myself when I was moving that I was not going to get rid of any of my furniture. So I was very happy that I found a place that was big enough to hold all my furniture, even though I think I want to get rid of my chest, but that's not a whole nother story. So yeah, I had to move. I had to find another job, which is great, because when I lost my job I was a little bit depressed over it, like because I lost my job around the holiday season, the end of 2018 into 2019. So I lost my job then, and I felt slightly depressed, solely because I felt like I've gave so much to that job, and in the end I felt like I was just tossed to the wayside. So that's just really how I felt. But after a while I realized that I really hated the job anyways. Like I hated it so much. And it wasn't like any big like thing. It was just like so I went to college. I studied psychology. I was going to college because I told myself I wanted to be a dermatologist, and that's why you guys see so many skincare videos. I told myself I wanted to be a dermatologist. So I was in pre-med for about 2 years, and 2 years into being in pre-med, I did like a little college trip thing where you went to a medical school and you get to interact with the med students and have a conversation with them and everything. And that whole experience just made me realize that I don't want to spend another 20 plus years of my life in school, in med school. As much as how I love science, I love biology, I love the idea of learning about the body and learn about everything. That's just what really wasn't for me and where I wanted my life to be. Not only that, I didn't want my life to be $150,000 plus dollars in student loan debt. So that for me was just a no-no. So anyways, after leaving college, I got a job as a retail manager, and I've just been doing that for the last 6 years plus. And when I lost my job, like, I kind of knew that it is a possibility, because that is what retail is. It's just like one of those cutthroat like business where at any moment, like if a store decides to close or whatever, you could lose your job. And that pretty much for me, my store was just downsizing, and I think they just wanted to find somebody that they could pay do my job at a cheaper rate. So that was just what that was about. So after I lost it, like, I kind of got over it real quick. Like, I was like crying on a train, and then when I got home, I'm like, why am I crying? Like, I hate it. I hate this job. But it was just kind of a job where you just get stuck into it. And a lot of times we allow ourselves to just get stuck into a place, and it just becomes like our daily routine. Like, we get up, we go to work, and it's just like repetitive. So that was pretty much what the last like 5 plus years of my life have been, just being repetitive, like just going with the flow, going in motion, and just letting life happen to me. And 2019 for me was just like that year where I literally let life just happen to me, and I was just like drifting in the water and just not really being super focused. So that was what the entire year of 2019 was for me, except for like the last half of the year. So I did nothing all summer. I had all these plans in my mind. Like, I was going to buy my car. I was going to go mountain hiking. I was going to go to the beach. Like, I did none of that stuff. Like, 2019 was just getting up, go to work, come back home, film a video every now and then, and, you know, praying to God I will have enough time to like edit it and post it. So that was pretty much what my life was for like my life has been for the past like 8 plus months or maybe like 7 plus months. So yeah, so the last half of the year, I think maybe like in November, it didn't even occur to me that we were going into a new decade, because when I think of a new year, like for me, a new year is always a time when I get to reflect on all my accomplishments throughout the year, and reflect on all my setbacks, and think of ways in which I could do better and move better. And I'm not gonna lie, like, this past year was a little bit tough for me, because I'm the oldest of my brother and my brother and my sisters. I have 1 brother and 2 sisters. So I always feel like I need to like accomplish a lot and do a lot. And not only that, like, I have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things I feel like I have to take care of, and it's tough because I'm an immigrant. So I pretty much came to America when I was 17. After I graduated from high school, I came here like a day after my birthday. I came here, and I came to America, and I pretty much been trying to figure out my life on my own ever since. And you think that you have parents that would help you to navigate these waters, but for me, I was just never that lucky. I'm gonna pause this video for a second so I could like take a break. Yeah, so like I was saying, I pretty much been trying to figure out life on my own, and it's been a little bit tough. So this is gonna be like a therapy video. Yeah, I'm not gonna cry or any of this stuff because I'm not feeling like that emotional. I think life has made me a little bit hard, like a little bit rock hard. So yeah, like I've been trying to figure out life on my own, and it's been tough. I came here when I was 17, lived with my dad for about a year. That didn't work out because my dad is like, I love my father. I really do love my father to death. But I don't think he knows how to parent. I really don't. So that was like a struggle in itself. So I couldn't live with my father. So I had to like leave and live with my aunt. And I've been living with my aunt ever since. And then I had to leave my aunt's house and I had to live with my mom's cousin. And then I pretty much got kicked out of there, and I had to figure out where I was gonna go from there. And I've just literally been drifting and trying to figure out life on my own ever since. And I must say that I've been doing a pretty good job. Like, I feel like if I wasn't that person that wasn't determined to figure out, to succeed basically, because I just remember being a kid at 9 years old, like trying to, like, I got this vision in my head of what I wanted my life to be and where I saw myself. And if it wasn't for me having that vision of where I wanted my life to be, I would probably not be where I am today, in the sense that, like, I would probably have like 5, 10 plus kids, maybe living in a shelter somewhere. I don't know. No shade or offense to anybody that's their life, but for me, like, I just always wanted more, and I see myself having more and accomplishing more and doing more. So that's why I've been like trying to like figure things out. So I know this sounds corny, you know, when they all say like 2020, you have 2020 vision, but reality is, like, that's really how I feel right now. Like, I feel like I'm currently in a moment where I actually have somewhat of a clarity. 2019, I was just drifting. 2020, I feel like I have some clarity and some vision of all the things that I want to accomplish in the next couple of years, I guess the next decade. And it didn't even occur to me that we were going into a new decade, like, because when I think of the years, I'm not like thinking, oh, decade, by the end of this decade I'm gonna have this, by the end of this decade I'm gonna have this. I don't think like that, but I'm making this video because I want to be able to look back and see how far I've come, because I have so much that I want to accomplish. So like I was saying, at the end of the year, I kind of gained a little bit of clarity, and that all had to do with me just sitting down, looking at all the things that was going on in my life, how messed up my my like budget finances is, in the sense that I kind of accumulated a little bit of a debt, and that had to do with the fact that I wasn't working for like 4+ months. So like, I now have to figure out how I'm gonna budget on my life to like pay off all that money. And I'm gonna do a video on that because I'm like a little bit embarrassed to say how much I actually owe. And I shouldn't feel that way, because I guess a lot of millennials go through this. And I'm going to do a video talking about my debt and my debt journey. So that's going to be a lot on my a lot that I'm going to talk about on my channel coming up this year. And also, like, I think the thing I really want to focus more on, and there's, I guess, 2 words, but the main word for me for 2020 is consistency. And I have never been that person that was consistent in anything that I've done, and I know that now. And I have the clarity and the vision to know that I'm very inconsistent when it comes to certain things. Like, I will start a project and then I won't finish it or follow through with it. So that's like the big thing I want to focus on this year, is just being more consistent in all aspects of my life, whether that be my friendship, my relationship, everything. There's just been times when like my friends want to go out and I've just been like, yeah, we will go out, and I just never follow through with it. So the biggest thing for me and the biggest focus of life for me, and I'm like getting tongue-tied right now, is just being more consistent with my life, my business, my finances, everything. So 2020 is you're gonna see a lot from my channel where I'm gonna be talking about my budget, how much money I owe, and how I plan on paying it off. I'm gonna be talking about like every little detail, things that's gonna happen in my life. I'm gonna like talk about it and videotape it more, because I think it's so important for like young women, especially young African-American women, and yeah, I'm using a race card because I don't give a crap, to see how it is for another woman, especially when you feel like you don't have the support how you are gonna go through life and trying to figure out things. So my videos I try to make for like the younger person in me, and I'm currently 32 now. Even though I don't feel so old, I don't think I'm that old, but I feel kind of old. But I'm 32 now, and 32, I don't have any kids. I pretty much live and work and try to figure out life on my own. So I think I'm just gonna like videotape a lot of that. And I feel like I'm rambling right now, so I need to like wrap this video up. So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of consistency from me, and that is what I promised myself to this day. Also, the last half of 2019 kind of put a little fire under my butt, and I decided to start my first business I've first actual business that I'm actually making somewhat of some kind of money off. Not a lot, but you know, somewhat money off. And it's like a passion of mine. There are other things I want to work on, specifically my skincare line. That's like the biggest thing, my biggest goal. My biggest goal is to finish work on my skincare line, but that's going to cost way more capital than I actually have. And right now my goal is just to pay off my debt. But it is my jewelry line. This necklace, it's pretty much says Island Girl. I'm going to do a video on it so you guys could see it. Maybe I should try to take it off and show it to you guys, but I'm gonna do an actual video talking about my jewelry line. So it's called Quill, and this is one of the pieces from the collection. If the camera will focus on the necklace and not on me. Focus. Anyways, the necklace says Island Girl. It is one of those pieces that I actually found when I was on vacation. This necklace cost me about $30 actually. So I found this necklace when I was on vacation, and I love it so much because every year when I go, like if I go on vacation to an island, I always try to find something that represents a piece of me, which is I'm an island girl. I was born in Jamaica. I grew up half my year on an island, and I love island life. It's just the best. But anyways, I love city life too, but I love island life. Why does necklace won't stay around my neck? So I created my jewelry line is called Quill. You're gonna see the link down below. It's www.quilljewelry.com. Everything will be in the description box. It has a bunch of different pieces on there. The line is all reflecting on the beautiful colors and the beautiful jewel tones of the Caribbean and the islands all around, but mostly focusing on the Caribbean islands, all the beautiful colors. So I will be adding a lot more pieces on there in the coming year. Why is my bed jingling? I need to like, ever since I moved, I had to assemble this bed, and I don't think I did that good of a job trying to assemble it. Thank God. Like I don't do anything crazy on this bed. Like it's just me. But anyways, back to the jewelry. So the jewelry is all about like reflecting the beautiful colors and beautiful landscape of the islands, and that's pretty much what it is. So you guys can check my website out. It's called quilljewelry.com. I'm going to be adding a lot more pieces on there in the coming year, but that's like a part of my focus, and also like obviously my job. And I'm gonna also work on some other things as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what 2020 is going to be having in store for me. It's just being a little bit more consistent in everything that I do. I want to buy my car, I want to pay off my debt, and I just want to focus more on my finances and growing my network, because that's pretty much where my focus is. Like I want to be able to grow some generational wealth to leave for my children, just do something that my parents never did or hasn't done yet for me and my siblings. So I want my children, my future children, you know, to have that. I'm actually also thinking about freezing my eggs because I love children, and while I am currently 32 and I feel like I should be having them now, I kind of am not in the mental capacity, you know, to like bring a child full term and like have a child. Like I've never had an abortion or any of that stuff. But like I just never, I never wanted to be a mom early in life. Like I wanted to be a mother. I know that for a fact. Like I want to have a lot of children, but I just never wanted to have them right now, like right now. And it's so funny because I see a lot of the people that I went to high school with and college with, they're all like moms and wives and everything, and I was never that girl like that was focused on having children right now. And even when I was in my relationship with my boyfriends, like, and I say boyfriends because obviously there's been a few, I knew that wasn't a thing that I wanted to do with them, is to have like babies. Because really and truly childbirth petrifies me, and you know, I'm probably gonna have kids every now and then, but I'm really considering freezing my eggs this year while they're still somewhat viable. So yeah, I think I have rambled enough. I think you guys, this video is probably going to be a good 20 minutes long. I'm sorry, but this is just like all the things that I've been thinking. But the main thing you're going to see from me in 2020 is me being a little bit more consistent, and that I can promise you. And also I want to make sure I am up in the quality of my videos. So I'm gonna order a ring light, and I'm gonna do some other stuff, but I just want to make sure my editing and all that stuff is like a little bit better. But you're definitely gonna see a little bit more of a consistent Cassandra this year. So hopefully you guys all have an amazing 2020. I wish you guys all the blessings in the world. I love y'all. I really truly do, because I feel like we're all on this planet just trying to survive together, you know. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'm actually gonna go run my errands now. So bye guys.